Good morning. We've been looking at Jeremiah 17, 1 through 10. We saw that Israel deprived God of his rightful place in their hearts and his rightful place in their worship. This morning, you're going to see that they deprived God of his rightful place in their children's lives. And this is a good word for those of us who are parents or grandparents, those of us who just are influencers of young people. Remember, Israel was charged in Deuteronomy 6 with carrying forward the law, writing it on the doorframes of their houses, carrying it along with them as they went. The point of what was said in Deuteronomy 6 was that the law of God, his will for the nation, would always be on their lips, would always be on their life, and that there would be a kind of discipleship that just happened because they were constantly talking about the law of the Lord and living the law of the Lord before their children. They didn't do that, as we learn in Judges 2. Jeremiah 17, I want to begin in verse 1 again and get to verse 2 and 3. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron, with a point of diamond. It's engraved on the tablet of their heart and on the horns of their altars, heart and worship, while their children remember their altars and their Asherim. The Asherah was a female goddess of fertility that the Canaanites had, beside every green tree and on the high hills, on the mountains in the open country. Your wealth and all your treasures I will give for spoil, as the price of your high places, for sin throughout all your territory. Interestingly, this description, their children remember their altars and the Asherim beside every green tree and on the high hills. It's as though there's a tip of the hat to the beauty and the fertility and the lushness of the promised land, of the land of their inheritance. And it's as though Jeremiah is pointing out that in the land of their inheritance, they have forsaken God and they've led their children astray. Psalm 145:4 says, "One generation shall commend your works to another and shall declare your mighty acts." Psalm 78, 1 through 4. "Give ear, O my people, to my teaching. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings from of old, things that we have heard and known, that our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, but tell to the coming generation the glorious deeds of the Lord and his might and the wonders he has done." And I love this verse for grandparents, by the way. Psalm 71:18. "So even to old age and gray hairs, O God, do not forsake me, until I proclaim your might to another generation, your power to all those to come." Parents, grandparents, your job is to make sure that God is not deprived of his rightful place in your children's lives. Israel failed in this, and by their negative illustration, let's not fail today. Open the book of books. Open the Word of God with your children and your grandchildren. And may the Lord bless the fruitfulness of your faithful witness. Be encouraged today.